Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to take apart the lever switch from a Qualcast lawnmower, and this is to enable you to either repair the wire or to take out the lever itself and replace it. So this is the Qualcast lawnmower, and this is the bit I will be taking apart here, which is the lever switch and the assembly, and the button all comes out together. The model number for this particular one is down here, which is there. So the most important thing obviously first of all is to make sure that the lawnmower is not plugged into the electricity at all, and we're going to be needing to get to the screws behind here, so we need to undo these first so we can lever it and fold this over. So once you've got it in a position ready to work on it, the first thing you want to do is undo some screws. You've got 4 of them, so there's one in there, and these two hold the whole unit onto the handle. So you could actually undo these 2 first if you want to remove it from the main frame handle first. Good. So I've just undone those 2 first. I've left them ones together for the moment. So I want to basically come to the edge here and lift that off, and it will actually fold over like that. And now the other half has 2 plastic tabs that run through the center of each hole in the metal frame. So you need to just basically push that away for it to come out. It's been there a while, it can be a little bit tricky, but you just have to persevere with it. It's hard to do this with one hand. Here we go. There we go. I've got that sitting on the table. So there's a small cap there that will come out, so you need to keep that aside for later. The next step is to undo the 2 screws. There's one in there and one in there. Sometimes what can happen as well with these cables, over time, where the cable keeps moving here, it can actually become detached inside here, and then you lose power. So this is another reason why, if you take it apart, you can actually repair that fairly easily by cutting off the wire here and then re-bearing the wires and then just replacing them inside the unit. But you'll see that in a minute. Incidentally, that's not the reason why I did this today. I'll show you a bit later on the reason why I took this apart. So the screws are out, and now both halves can come apart, and the handle will either come out or, yeah, there you go, the handles come out. And you want to make sure you don't lose the spring. There's a spring there. That's the inside of the unit. So if you were replacing the cable because it had become detached inside here, this is where you would want to just take the button out, which comes out quite easily like that. You can follow the wire through there, and you'd undo the 2 screws here, pull some fresh wire through, and then bear them and put them in there. Obviously noting you've got the which way round the live and neutral wires are from there. So apart from that, the only reason I was taking this apart was because I had snapped the handle here, and it's actually incredibly brittle, this plastic, but it's snapped right here, as you can see. You can see already as well that I have already repaired this, so I'm going to show you what I used for that. I had some left from a previous job that I did, and it was basically some of this epoxy resin. So I just mixed some of that up, and I put it all round where the break had happened there on this side, and then also inside I really put loads of it in there. And then I just had to balance it somewhere together. Well, I actually held it together for a few minutes to wait for it to have that first bond together. And then I left it for a good long while. I left it overnight actually to set solid, which it has now, and that's really solid now. So there we go. Once you've fixed something like that, or you can buy these as a replacement and just replace that. I think they're normally about £6 or £7 if you buy them from eBay or from a parts supplier. The next step would be to just put it back together again and put it back on the lawnmower. I'm going to locate the spring in there first, and then put the lever back on the bit that it goes on there. It can be a bit tricky, but you've got to sort of hold it on whilst you put the top back on. Try and put that together without it springing out again. Clips in as well, which is good. And then put the screws back together, 2 metal screws in there. I mean silver screws. Right, the next step is to put this back on the handle. So we need to unfold the plastic there and locate the 2 pins in there, those holes there. Push them all the way down. And then fold over the plastic again. It actually clips back together completely, so there's no gap in there. And do the screws back up again here. And I think even if you did to spend £5 on or £5 or £6 on a new lever, it's a bit cheaper than buying a whole new lawnmower. If it's especially if the lawnmower still does work fine. Okay, that's back in, and now there was that little cap which basically slots in underneath there. And then there we go, that's sort of back together again now. And this one you will operate by, if I can move the camera to show you. This one it operates by pressing the button first and then lifting the lever which holds the button in. So there you go, that's all fixed now. I hope you found that useful. as usual, please don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.